Right now, Illinois is on the verge of legalizing recreational marijuana, what it means for Wisconsin and what challenges it poses for local law enforcement.
There's probably about 20 of us.
And the latest mass shooting in America, this time in Virginia, what we've learned about today's attack and the person behind it. Plus, after more than 2 decades of planning, a proposed casino in Beloit is now one step closer to becoming reality.
From the Channel3000.com Alert Center, this is News 3 Now at 10.
We begin with breaking news tonight. The family of a suicidal Madison woman who was shot and killed by police in 2014 has settled a lawsuit against the officers out of court for more than $4 million. According to documents released today, the family of then 26-year-old Ashley DiPiazza settled the case with the state's insurance company. The $4.25 million is significantly less than the $7 million a jury awarded them in 2017 when they determined officers Justin Bailey and Gary Palaha violated DiPiazza's constitutional rights. The Madison Police Department believes the officers acted appropriately because DiPiazza was armed with a gun. Illinois is just one step away from legalizing recreational marijuana. Today, the state's House passed a bill what would allow those who are at least 21 years old to purchase and possess up to 30 grams of marijuana. The bill has already passed the Senate and now goes to the governor's desk, who is expected to sign it. With today's developments in Illinois, local departments along the state line could be facing new challenges when it comes to drug enforcement. Rock County reporter Adam Duxter joins us now with a closer look. Adam?
Oh, Charlotte, it's no surprise that Wisconsin and Illinois share a border, but as our neighbors to the south inch closer to legalizing pot, some folks think it could have people rushing towards the state line.
Less than 100 yards is all that separates the welcome signs from Wisconsin and Illinois near Beloit. The transition from one city to the other, seamless. Law enforcement officials say those lines blurred throughout the years.
Well, we've always said, because we're a bordering state, is that the crime doesn't stop at the state line.
But now it's not the crime, but the laws that have people interested, as the state of Illinois Friday passed a bill that would legalize recreational pot through the House and the Senate.
That is one issue that kind of seems to be at the nexus of a lot of people's concern.
Yuri Rashkin is a Rock County Board supervisor. This past November, he worked to include a referendum to gauge Wisconsinites' interest in legalization. 70% of voters said they'd vote yes given the chance.
Every time the issue comes up, overwhelming support in the favor of legalization.
Now, weed will likely be legal within sight of Rashkin's Beloit home, just not in the state he'd like.
I would imagine we're going to have quite a few people going down the street.
But just because the two states share a border doesn't mean they share a law.
Once you cross that border and you're back in Wisconsin, you are still subject to the laws of Wisconsin, which obviously is that marijuana is illegal.
Rashkin says ultimately this could hurt more than just people looking to use marijuana.
I think that fundamentally we're looking at tremendous financial impact that is going to go south of the border. And money that people could have been spending here in Wisconsin, they're instead going to be spending in Illinois.
And now that bill is just waiting on one more signature, and that would be from Illinois Governor J.P. Pritzker, who campaigned on the platform of legalizing cannabis. If it does go through, it will be enacted on January 1st.
The founders of the controversial Rastafarian Church on West Mifflin Street are out on signature bond tonight after making their first appearances in court today. Police arrested Jossie Schwark and Dylan Bangert earlier this week after a raid. They're facing tentative drug charges, including possession and maintaining a drug trafficking place. The two claim their religion allowed them to legally share marijuana with members of their organization. They will both be back in court next Thursday. Anyone looking for something to do this weekend, the DNR is offering a number of free activities. Entrance fees will be waived for state parks, recreational areas, and trails. You also won't need a fishing license if you want to head out to the lake. This annual free weekend only runs tomorrow and Sunday. And the weather is looking pretty good. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti has our first alert forecast. Gary?
The temperatures will be comfortable after a warm day today, but we will see a chance of showers and thunderstorms tomorrow. Not an all-day rain, but there will be some scattered around. As we take a look at Doppler tracking, you can see the scattering of showers and thunderstorms up through northern and central Wisconsin, but so far southern Wisconsin has bypassed those showers and storms. They are just a little bit drier here. High temperatures today were as warm as they've been all year. 82 the high in Madison, but Milwaukee hit 85. La Crosse topped out at 90 degrees, and Black River Falls was as warm as 89. Current temperatures are still pretty mild, generally in the lower to middle 70s across all of southern Wisconsin. By tomorrow morning, temperatures will be down to around 60, but there will be some scattered shower and thunderstorm chances late tonight and then off and on through the day tomorrow. Not an all-day rain, but we will see some showers and storms. The high temperature cooler at 68. That's your News 3 Now First Alert forecast.
A full-spectrum resort and casino is one step closer to reality in Beloit. The Federal Bureau of Indian Affairs has published a final environment impact statement, the latest milestone for a concept that's been in the works for more than 2 decades now. The casino and indoor water park are slated for a stretch along I-90 near Beloit, near the state line, and estimated to bring 2,700 jobs to the area. City leaders say they're hoping they'll have final approval for the project by the end of the summer.
This is the most significant progress we have seen since the project started in 2012. And everything that we are hearing from both the Bureau and the Governor's office are very positive.
There will be 30 days of public comment for the casino. After that, the federal government has to give its final approval for the project before sending it to Governor Tony Evers' desk. His staff tells us he will carefully review the application and listen to all sides of the issue. Milwaukee City Council will consider a $400,000 settlement offer for Milwaukee Bucks guard Sterling Brown. Brown filed a federal civil rights lawsuit against the city after he was tased by police who were responding to a parking violation at a Walgreens parking lot last year. Brown claims excessive force was used in a wrongful arrest. Well, today his attorney said he doesn't have enough facts on the potential offer and hasn't spoken to Brown about it yet.
So I can only say that on behalf of Mr. Brown, we are waiting to see whatever this offer is, if in fact the resolution is taken up by the City Council.
A Milwaukee City Council committee will consider a resolution on the settlement on June 10th. Next tonight, a gunman killed 12 people and injured at least 6 in an attack at the Virginia Beach, Virginia Municipal Center. The suspect was killed in the attack. CBS's Natalie Brand has the latest.
This is the most devastating day in the history of Virginia Beach.
Police say an armed Virginia Beach city worker entered a municipal building Friday afternoon and opened fire.
We have multiple live victims that are coming out.
As frantic city employees called 911, police rushed to the scene, with some taking cover behind vehicles.
We are still actively clearing the building for victims and secondary suspects.
Police said the suspect, who was killed in an exchange with officers, was a longtime public utilities employee. They believe he was the only shooter in the massacre.
We do know that shortly after 4 p.m. this afternoon, the suspect entered Building 2, and he immediately began to indiscriminately fire upon all the victims.
A responding officer was also shot and injured. Authorities say his vest saved his life. Workers at the city government complex heard the gunfire and took cover.
My boss basically was like, "This is not a drill, get down, call 911. There was probably about 20 of us in an office crammed in. We barricaded the door.
The area was put on lockdown as officers searched the building room by room. The shooting in Building 2 of the Municipal Center is next to City Hall and the police and sheriff's departments. Investigators later said the scene of the attack was secure as the investigation continued into the evening. Natalie Brand, CBS News.
The Virginia Beach Police Department had been planning an active threat citizens defense workshop for tomorrow. Thousands of homes are now at risk of flooding after a raging river breached a levee today in Arkansas. This is along the Arkansas River, which actually began in Oklahoma following several severe storms last week and torrential rainfall. Workers have cleared more than 1 million tons of debris so far from last November's campfire site in Northern California. About 3/4 of that was debris, soil, and ash. More than 150,000 tons of contaminated soil was also removed. The rest of the materials cleared were concrete and metals, some of which is being recycled. The Camp Fire was the deadliest and most destructive fire in California's history. It burned 153,000 acres and killed at least 85 people before it was contained. A teacher in the Adams Friendship School District is under investigation tonight. This after a parent alleges he sexually harassed female students on a school trip to Florida. That parent wishes to remain anonymous. She says John Brost made inappropriate comments of a sexual nature to her daughter during a DECA championship, which was just 2 weeks ago. Today, we spoke to Brost's former student, Wendy Scarpinato, who alleges something similar happened to her decades ago in 1996. Brost was suspended without pay from fall of 96 to November of 97. He disputed the claims, but an arbitrator sided with the district's decision to suspend him. Scarpinato said she is speaking publicly for the first time because of these latest allegations.
I would like to see him never teach again, never be involved with kids again. He's clearly got a problem.
The school district would not comment further. A man representing Brost said the allegations are false, and he recommends his client seek legal action against anyone who makes accusations. Senator Ron Johnson says he does not agree with President Trump's proposal to increase tariffs on Mexico. During a Milwaukee Press Club event this afternoon, the senator says tariffs hurt American companies and hike prices.
Yes, I'm always concerned about tariffs. I realize tariffs are taxes on consumers. They're paid for by the importer. And so the president is fully aware of my view on tariffs and the trade war. What I don't want to do is undermine, if he's using this as a negotiating tactic, I don't want to undermine his negotiating tactic.
Yesterday, President Trump threatened to impose a 5% tariff on all Mexican imports if that country does not bring an end to illegal immigration. The proposal would then raise taxes by 5% per month, capping at 25%. Still ahead tonight, your full weekend forecast, plus the Wisconsin K-9 officer who captured the hearts of many is back on the job. The story when we come back. Welcome back. Next week, Madison Mayor Satya Rhodes Conway will kick off Pride Month by raising the rainbow flag in front of the Madison Municipal Building. It will go up Monday at noon. Dane County officials will also raise a flag at the same time outside the city-county building. Mayor Rhodes Conway is the city's first openly gay mayor. The Green Bay Police Department is welcoming one of its canine officers back to full duty. In April, Canine Pyro was stabbed and nearly lost his life. He needed surgery to repair wounds to his neck, carotid artery, esophagus, and stomach. He made a quick recovery and had been working light duty before returning to the field today. In a Facebook post, Chief Andrew Smith thanked everyone who sent prayers, cards, and letters. More than 36 former Ohio State male students say one of its doctors was a sexual predator, and they are accusing the university of covering it up. The group filed a lawsuit against the school earlier this week. It says the doctor sexually assaulted and abused hundreds of male students and that OSU officials aided, abetted, and actively concealed it. Almost all of the men in the lawsuit were student athletes. The doctor being accused died by suicide in 2005. The Wisconsin Veterans Museum is set to unveil a new display next week featuring equipment a Wisconsin sailor used on D-Day. The display will be unveiled on Thursday, which is the 75th anniversary of the D-Day landing along the coast of Normandy, France. You'll be able to check out the display until the end of June. And across the Atlantic, towns in northern France are putting the finishing touches on preparations for ceremonies next week for the 75th anniversary. This is aerial footage along the beaches of Normandy and nearby towns. The invasion was the largest seaborne invasion in history and the pivotal campaign of World War II. Today's Q106 Morning Show co-host Jackson Jones lost a bet, which landed him in a tattoo parlor today to have a random listener's name tattooed on his foot.
His name is Oliver Dariusz Shepchinski, Oliver Dariusz CZEPCZYNSKI.
That is a mouthful and a footful. Jackson lost the bet to co-host Steph Peters. Oliver's mom entered the 8-month-old's name in the contest, and now the rest is permanent, literally.
We only get one spin in this world, you know? And honestly, a lot of times if you're looking down, you're probably not looking down in a good mood. But now I'm gonna look down, I'm gonna smile every time I see my foot.
The tattoo is an American flag with Oliver's name wrapped around it because Oliver's parents serve in the military. Cute guy. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti, another cute guy, joins us now with a look at your forecast. Because you said the spaghetti was good at Festa tonight.
It's lucky that I came back for the 10 o'clock news. No, we did the live our weather for the 5 and 6 o'clock newscast at Festa Italia. It'll be going on tomorrow and also Sunday as well.
Always a good time there.
Always a good time. Great food. Tomorrow, though, there might be some showers and thunderstorms you might have to dodge. The event runs until 11 o'clock tonight. Not a problem tonight, but you can see some showers and thunderstorms that have been dotting the areas up in central and northern Wisconsin. But the general movement has been to the east-southeast. It'll take a while for this area to work its way down. There's actually a cold front that is dropping southeastward, and there's not a lot of moisture. So you can see these thunderstorms are more widely scattered than the showers and storms we've seen from the last few weather systems. Now, tomorrow, there actually is a marginal risk of severe thunderstorms south and east of Madison, a slight risk through the Chicago area, and an enhanced risk farther to the south as that front gets closer to more significant moisture. Where dew point temperatures today were in the mid to upper 60s across southern portions of Illinois and Indiana. That's where the severe weather threat will really start to ramp up tomorrow, but that will stay away from us. Live view from the WISC sky cam, looking out toward the Capitol. Pretty quiet out there tonight as we check out the almanac for today. Our high temperature topped out at 82 degrees, our warmest day so far this year. Low temperature, a mild 56, and right now we're still at 75 degrees. The dew point temperature, a little higher than it has been recently, but 62 degrees is not all that high. Once we start getting above like 65, 70, that's when you really start to notice the humidity. Winds now out of the south-southwest at 7 miles per hour. High temperatures today, low 80s here, but many locations in the upper 80s to around 90 degrees. La Crosse did hit the 90-degree mark, so did Brainerd, Minnesota. But notice Superior, they stayed at 57 because the wind shifted to the northeast there before they really had a chance to warm up. And that's the cooler air that's dropping southward. Notice Superior now at 44. Temperatures mainly in the 50s across northern Minnesota and far northern Wisconsin. Still 79 in the Twin Cities, but as that front dropped southward behind that little line of showers and thunderstorms, we will see the temperatures drop off. The upper level winds, the jet stream winds, have shifted back northward for a little bit, but notice they shift to the northwest across the Dakota. So that will start driving some of that cooler air southeastward. The main storm track will also shift to the south. So over the next week to 10 days, the weather pattern in this part of the country should quiet down significantly. In fact, much of the country, much quieter. We're not looking at those big outbreaks of severe weather like we've had in recent days, but enough moisture to pop up some showers and thunderstorms. And as this front drops southward tomorrow, that's when we'll see some shower and thunderstorm chances. Not an all-day rain, but there could be some brief heavy downpours in the stronger thunderstorms. Temperatures, though, do cool off to the north and west. And notice the dew point temperatures, low 60s here, but the air dries out significantly farther to the north and west. So once the front comes through, we clear out for tomorrow night, temperatures will drop down into the upper 40s by early on Sunday morning. And Sunday, we'll see plenty of sunshine with high temperatures around 70. So for tonight, look for mostly cloudy skies, perhaps a shower or thunderstorm in a few spots, mainly north of Madison, low at 60. But tomorrow, look for some scattered showers and thunderstorms, and it will be cooler, high temperature at 68 degrees. On future track, notice the temperatures drop to around 60 by morning. The best chances for rain mainly north of Madison, but during the day tomorrow, some scattered showers and thunderstorms, high around 70. This is at 4 p.m., but watch how quickly we clear out tomorrow evening. By Sunday morning, we're down to around 50 degrees or even in the upper 40s in some spots. And then on Sunday, those high temperatures will eventually top out at around 70 degrees with mostly sunny skies. As we check out the 7 to 10 day forecast, those temperatures a little nicer. Notice the rainfall amounts also expected to be somewhere around a ½ inch from the showers and storms tomorrow. But those temperatures, very nice. Generally in the 70s for next week. Nighttime low temperatures pretty comfortable, upper 40s to the middle 50s. A chance of a shower or thunderstorm Tuesday night into Wednesday, and then again sometime like Friday afternoon into Saturday morning of next weekend. And even that's kind of iffy. I just added those in with this forecast yesterday. We had them out, so it's possible we could stay dry during that period as well.
Farmers want to know, can they get some planting in tomorrow?
Tomorrow would be kind of iffy. Sunday would be the better day.
Okay, good to know. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, coming up, some pitching woes return for the Brewers. We'll have those highlights next in sports.
Well, the Brewers having some struggles on the mound today. Jhoulys Chacín not exactly getting the first half of the season off the way that he wanted. A 3-6 record coming into tonight's game 2 against the Pirates. Brew Crew down 1-0 until the third. Jesus Aguilar, he was long overdue. 4th home run of the year, solo shot to tie the game up at 1 apiece. Tough third inning for Chacín, walked in 3 runs, but in the 4th, Keston Hiura. What a major league debut it has been for him. 3-run home run. We've got some life for the Brewers, but the Pirates pick up 2 more runs after that. Brewers losing game 2, 9-4. Well, football season isn't anywhere close to starting, and the Packers already have 1 major injury in the offseason. To their head coach, Matt LaFleur. The first-year head coach tore his Achilles tendon playing basketball inside the Packers facilities at Lambeau Field. Now, he'll have surgery on Sunday. He'll be okay. Meanwhile, the Packers have 2 more weeks left in the offseason with final OTAs and mandatory minicamp. Then they're off until training camp at the end of July. So there's still plenty of time to cram the new offense in, according to veteran receiver Davante Adams.
I feel like that's what the ultimate leader is how you make the people around you better. So I do everything I can. I don't try to do anything outside of my boundaries. You know, I'm not trying to coach, but I'm out there just doing whatever I can to make sure the young guys head in the right direction. We all still learning at the same pace right now. Got a new offense and all that, so we all help one another. But you know, I try to make sure I'm guiding everybody, make sure everybody is focused, and you know, it's the pros, so everybody really, for the most part, can take care of that part themselves.
And WIA State Track and Field Championships at UW La Crosse this weekend. Big win for the Middleton boys, winning the 4x800 relay. Hannah Constable from Johnson Creek also placing first in the 800 meters. So here are the standings after day 1. After 5 events, Homestead leading the Division I boys competition, followed by Economowoc, Fond du Lac, and Verona hanging on in 4th. In Division II, Monroe hanging on in a 4-way tie for 3rd place. And Division III, another close round of standings after 5 of the 18 events have been completed. In Division I girls, after 4 of the 18 events are done, on Alaska in the top spot. From our area, Madison East in a tie for 5th with Spash. 5 events done in Division II girls, Richland Center representing from our area in a tie for 3rd place right now. And last but not least, 5 events done in Division III as well. The Benton Co-op in the top spot, followed by Dodgeland, Edgar, and Marathon. They round out the top 4. The events continue tomorrow. And finally tonight, check this out. UConn and Nebraska in the NCAA Regionals. Huskers pop one up. UConn third baseman David Langer swears he's like, I got it. Loses to the Sun, but no worries. Here comes shortstop Anthony Prado. Makes the diving catch, saves the day. But after all that, UConn ended up losing 8-5. But what a fantastic play there. We'll be right back.
Comes up and makes a play. Can't see it in the sun. What an effort. What a play.
And Gary's here with the final check of your weekend forecast.
A couple of thunderstorms up north. One little cluster over toward just east of Eau Claire, another right around the Green Bay area and moving into Lake Michigan. But the general movement is toward the east-southeast. It'll be a while before they get to southern Wisconsin. But later on tonight, could see a thunderstorm, and we'll see a shower or thunderstorm chance tomorrow. Temperatures right now very mild in the mid-70s, but we probably won't get out of the 60s tomorrow after a cold front passes. 68 for high tomorrow, shower and thunderstorm chance Sunday. And Monday, we're back to sunshine, temperatures in the low 70s, and then mid-70s for much of the rest of the week, some thunderstorm chances toward the end.
All right, Gary, thank you. And thanks for joining us. Do something good and have a great weekend.